This is a check your privilege moment for the disability community. The current debate over Kentucky's proposed camera bill highlights a critical disconnect in disability advocacy. According to the CDC, individuals with profound autism may have considerable medical complexity and likely may not be able to live independently or perform tasks of daily living as they age. This fundamentally changes the conversation about privacy versus protection. Individuals with severe intellectual disabilities and autism require round-the-clock supervision. For them, privacy isn't just limited, it's often an abstract concept beyond comprehension. Their daily life often involves constant supervision from caregivers, sometimes unfamiliar ones, who assist with every intimate daily activity of living, from bathing to toileting. This isn't a matter of choice or preference for them. It's a matter of necessity. In other words, this is a check your privilege moment for the disability community. The statistics are sobering. A study by the Disability and Abuse Project showed that in group home settings, up to 70% of individuals with developmental disabilities had been neglected, assaulted, or otherwise abused. More than 41% had alleged SA. These aren't just numbers. They represent real people whose voices often go unheard. An NPR investigation in 2018 found that people with intellectual disabilities are at heightened risk during all parts of their day. They are more likely than others to be assaulted by somebody that they know. The assaults, often repeated assaults, happen in places where they are supposed to be protected and safe, often by people who they have been taught to trust and rely upon. 7 times more likely to be victims of SA. Police and prosecutors are often reluctant to take these cases because they are difficult to win in court. Targeted by predators, knowing they are easily manipulated and will have difficulty testifying later, these crimes mostly go unrecognized, unprosecuted, and unpunished, and the abuser is free to abuse again and again. 106 unexplained injuries, again and again. Go to the page for Allie's mom and find this video to hear the lived experience of when Alex was injured and how his mom fought valiantly for justice. But justice is another privilege most of our children never know. The Kentucky legislation, sponsored by Senator Thomas, offers an optional, not mandatory approach to protection. It is a nuanced solution that recognizes the spectrum of needs within the disability community. For those who can advocate for themselves and enjoy the privilege of privacy, nothing changes. For those who require constant care and supervision, their guardians gain an additional tool for protection. That's it. This isn't about stripping away rights. It's about acknowledging that different needs require different solutions. Studies already indicate that autistic adults report lower quality healthcare than non-autistic adults nearly across every metric. When we apply one-size-fits-all solutions, we risk further marginalizing those with the highest support needs. The mother in Kentucky isn't asking for universal surveillance. She's asking for the option to protect her daughter, who has suffered 106 unexplained injuries. The opposition to this bill reveals a troubling pattern in the disability community, one where family advocates for those requiring the most intensive support, individuals with disabilities that render them unable to effectively self-advocate, are often drowned out by those who can more effectively navigate mainstream society independently or with far less support. This creates a dangerous false dichotomy between privacy and protection. For individuals requiring round-the-clock care, privacy in its traditional sense isn't just something that's limited, it's impossible due to their care needs. By framing the debate solely around privacy, we ignore the lived reality of those who face the highest risk of abuse and neglect. The CDC advises it is essential that policies, programs, and resources are tailored to the profound autism population across the lifespan to ensure their needs are met. The path forward isn't about choosing between privacy and protection. It's about creating nuanced solutions that acknowledge the full spectrum of disability experiences. When we fail to do this, we don't just fail at advocacy, we fail at justice itself. Sign up for the National Grassroots Network on our website to get alerts and follow the Facebook page. We will be launching an action campaign tonight, possibly tomorrow, to help support this legislation. Kentucky has a very brief session coming up, just 30 days, and honestly, this bill sadly has very little support due to heavy opposition by disability lobbyists. Chances aren't great that it's going to pass this time around. We call on the community to wrap support around this family nevertheless. Have your voices heard. And hopefully, if not this time around, then we can get it passed next time around. Mom has already been fighting for 6 years with no answers, no accountability, and no justice. Her daughter, Caroline, has already suffered 106 unexplained injuries. How many injuries will it take to get justice? We say enough is enough. We hope you'll join us.